Hello everyone, welcome back to Duchess of Success. Happy Friday Eve. I am so ready for it to be Friday. So I have always believed that the news of the world, Murdoch, the British press as a whole, even those who weren't involved in the infamous phone hacking scandal but knew and stayed silent, got off with a slap on the wrist for what they did, considering how far-reaching and the whole scale of what they did and who they targeted. It was hundreds of people and organisations, including the victims of the 7/7 London tube and bus bombings, the murdered schoolgirl Millie Dowler, and the mother of Sarah Payne, who was another schoolgirl who was murdered in the UK. They were utterly ruthless. There was no story that was untouchable, and this culture was fostered by Murdoch and others who wanted to do away with traditional ethical journalism and replace it with sensationalist tabloid fodder. But at the end of the day, the likes of Rothermere, Murdoch, and the rodent reporters who work for them, the likes of Piss Moron, who was one of the most powerful editors in Britain at the time of this scandal, they would not have created this empire without the approval of the public. And that approval comes from picking up those newspapers every day, whether it's the paid newspapers or even the free ones. The British public need to cut all ties with the tabloid press. As part of an investigation into the news of the world phone hacking scandal, several inquiries and committees were launched, but the most prominent was the Leveson inquiry, which in my eyes was all just for show. Most of the journalists got off pretty lightly considering the damage they had done, and also the amount of evidence that was brought forward was so damaging that it's phenomenal that they got off so easily. And Leveson 2, which was meant to be a follow-up inquiry, was ditched by the Conservative government. And no real repercussions for Murdoch. Yes, News of the World shut down, but when you own a whole bunch of other papers and the biggest news broadcaster in the UK, Sky, it's a drop in the ocean. But karma could finally be coming, not only for him, but for all of the tabloids and the people involved. So just this morning, British actress Sienna Miller, along with many other claimants, were awarded major financial settlements from the publishers of the Sun tabloid newspaper over an alleged phone hacking claim. The Sun newspaper had actually sought to deny Miller and the other victims the right to a statement, and after some back and forths, the judge allowed her to give a statement. However, this was not without amendments. Now, remember, these are the same tabloids who were crying that it's a strike against freedom of speech that Meghan won her privacy battle, and yet they sought to deny victims of their right to speak on this case. The Sun still maintains no wrongdoing against Miller and the other claimants, so there were certain words that she couldn't use in her statement, and she had also sought to name Rebecca Brooks, who was one of the accused in the case of targeting Sienna Miller, allegedly calling her representative to say that she knew that Miller was pregnant. Can you imagine the paranoia of having some journalist call you and tell you they know about something so personal? You'd be sitting there thinking maybe a family member or friend has called the tabloids, but actually one of the things that the tabloids did was obtain medical records. It is sick. By the way, Brooks reportedly once hurled a phone at a colleague and had a punching bag in her office. She was also married to Ross Kemp, admitted to cheating on him, and allegedly hired an investigator to snoop on him also, despite being the one who cheated. The only real karma that came to her at the time of the original phone hacking inquiry was that her own 6-year affair with another journalist was made public during the trial, giving her a taste of her own medicine. But speaking outside of the court today after her win, Sienna Miller said that she wanted to pursue the case to a full trial, but legal recourse, as she said, is not available to people without countless millions. She said that it was not my choice to be standing here. I wanted to go to trial. I wanted to expose the criminality that runs through the heart of this corporation, a criminality demonstrated clearly and irrevocably by the evidence which I have seen. I wanted to share News Corp's secrets as they have shared mine. Unfortunately, such legal recourse is not available to me or anyone who does not have countless millions of pounds to spend on the pursuit of justice. Such is our world until someone comes along who can confront the Murdochs. Endless means all that I have left are these words, and they are the truth. She added, "It is my hope that others can pick up where we have left off, that somebody can take it further than I was able to. I would unhesitantly participate as a witness in anybody else's effort to challenge the people responsible at trial." Oh, Henry. Prince Harry is one of a handful of people who has not and is not settling and wants to fight this to the end. There is a private investigator called Gavin Burrows who was very much involved in this, and he has publicly apologised to Harry for ruining his teen years and the part he played in gathering data and information on him and others. He has been assisting Harry's legal team as well as many others taking claims against the tabloids, and he has not held back on Twitter, naming Murdoch, his associate Rebecca Brooks and Piers Morgan in a series of tweets. It is disgusting that we have a system that allows you to hide behind the law if you have enough money, and if you don't have enough money, you can't take on people who harm you. There should be more legal aids and services, but this is just how the elites have set up a system to make sure that they always come out the winner. And what's worse is that working class people in Britain continue to prop up this system by buying into and reading the tabloids. But I really do believe that the walls are closing in and all empires eventually fall. The tabloid empires built by these devils is next. That's all for today's video. See you in the next one, my lovelies. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Ciao!